please allow me to share my screen, where I shall very quickly share the points of discussion that we speakers had discussed amongst ourselves. Can you see my screen, please?
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes,
Thank you so
Anuj.
much. Thank you. Thank you. So basically, we have the top, the who's who of the industry with us for this very important discussion. And why we have them? Because they are the people who have grounds up experience. When they talk with a solid experience, which has a great foundation at the ground level. So they might be leading 133 dealerships, or they might be leading 250 outlets, but they know exactly what happens at that workshop or dealership. So the points which we have to discuss are, so the journey, especially since March 2020, has been challenging. Going from normal to new normal to next normal, we have surely adapted, evolved, and transformed immensely. So a few things remain the same, and some have changed significantly. We all have seen how digital has played a huge role in contactless customer experience. We also had the top leaders share the same in the keynotes in the sessions today. Now, the dealership viability, as we all know, depends immensely on the after-sales business. In fact, we have that term called service absorption ratio, as to what extent the sales losses are absorbed by service. I wonder how much of that term is still used. I'm sure it would be a lot. So we all know it boils down to the after-sales business. So, and that boils down to the workshop earnings, productivity, efficiency, and so forth. So as they say, in the middle of the problem lies the opportunity. Let's actually come together and, put our guard down, not the masks, just the guard. And if we can open up and, share our struggles, difficulties, challenges, which we have been facing around the workshop, earnings, efficiencies, productivity. And as they say, a problem, is the mother of great success. So what are those innovations, which we have done at a bay level, people level, equipment level, which we have done and made our struggles really worthwhile? And as we know, as we just had the session with the top dog, the industry is gearing up for the Omicron threat. Would there be a second wave or not? Well, time will tell. But what shall be our key message to the after-sales service fraternity for next 3 to 6 months? We're not saying 1 year, 2 year, 3 year. The future is too unpredictable. Just next 3 months or 6 months. So this is what we have to build on. I'll just stop sharing my screen, and would like to begin with the, as they say, ladies first. So we'd like to begin with Ms. Garima Mishra, who is the managing director of the biggest auto retail, network auto retail business in the country, Group Landmark. So like to invite her to open up the session and share her struggles and challenges around workshop earnings and productivity, and what they have done, their innovations which have really worked for them.
Thank you, Anuj. Thank you so much for having me here. I mean, was really looking forward to a physical interaction, but this is good enough. Yes, I think you've nailed it right. That workshop, I mean, after sales business is at the center of the automobile business per se. In fact, today I was having this discussion with someone, and where we said that it is the foundation. I mean, when I talk about after sales business, that is the foundation, the basic foundation of automobile business. Normally it's the sales which always has the glamour attached to it. But then foundation is what it is, right? I mean, if you have your foundation right, that's how you can build the building on it to be strong and have a life of its own. So yes, we've gone through very, very crazy times in the past. I think at Group Landmark, the way when the pandemic struck us, I think the first thing that we did was we took cognizance to the need of our employees. We came up with a group insurance policy again for COVID, especially, so that our employees, because normally the Mediclaim policies were not that exhaustive for COVID, and this was very helpful. At least 150 plus employees of ours took benefit from this policy that we gave for them. And when the second wave came in during April and May, we immediately stocked up on oxygen concentrators. We ensured that the employees and their families are taken care of, because at that point of shortage and the crazy atmosphere, at least the Landmark employees had a go back, something to rely on. And we ensured that these oxygen concentrators were available. I think all these things went a long way. we did lose a few people, unfortunately, and we ensured that their families were taken care of. We've offered education for the children and so on and so forth. So after sales business, which is the core of automobile, the after sales vertical, which is the core of the automobile business, has a further core. The inner core is the manpower. And we tried to make sure that we did everything possible to keep our manpower safe, protected, and covered. Yes, obviously, I mean, needless to say, the COVID protocols and everything went. I mean, they were absolutely needless to say were completely at the top of it. But even these small things, I think, went a long way. We also know that a lot of people went back home during the COVID, and we stayed connected with them, and we tried to help them in every which way at that point of time. So yes, that's that. And I think through the day we've had fantastic sessions with a lot of talk on digitalization. And Vishal is here, who's who heads after sales for one of our brands. And I must say that a lot of change, the way the manufacturers pivoted during this time was very, very amazing. Pardon me for this, Vishal, but yeah, I've always felt that somehow large organizations, the manufacturers per se, are a little slow to change. They don't, they take time. Their structure is made in such a way that it takes some time. But the way the manufacturers adapted and pivoted during this time was absolutely fabulous. So whether it is reaching out to customers by providing service at home through MSUs, Volkswagen Assist, even other brands like Renault came up with the service on 2 wheels for smaller cities, Mercedes, I mean, all the brands really rose up to the occasion at that time and came up with a lot of methodologies. We also, most of our brands have a depleting car park, so we worked together in ensuring that somehow we gain connectivity with our customers where warranties are over, maybe 5-year plus customers, to get in touch with them, to find out if the car has changed hands, who's the new customer, connect with him, do all of that. A lot of digitization. So understanding that customers are now not very open to, talk on the phone. We started WhatsApp bots, which have been very, very successful. So in fact, 40% of customers' responses are now being taken on bot. And it is our endeavor that in the coming times, we should have at least 50 to 55% of our appointments should be digital or through WhatsApp. So that is the change that's happening. On productivity, 2 concepts, where there is 2 basic things that we talk about. One is the throughput and one is the productivity on throughput. So for throughput enhancement, again, getting all these customers who have scattered. So in warranty customers normally stick with us. It is about how to get these out of warranty customers. So brands like Volkswagen, Renault, Mercedes have come up with innovative packages to capture these customers, cost efficient packages. I think Volkswagen has done a great job by reducing costs by close to 30% across board, which has again helped us in retaining and getting customers back. Again, a lot of digital support has been coming from the manufacturer, which has also been very, very helpful. The only one thing that I personally feel, like Mr. The MD from Focus Group would agree with us, is that there's a lot of software that is available. But we at dealerships sometimes find it very difficult to imbibe this change very fast because of the DMS, the DMS software, which is very manufacturer owned. So that software does not talk to these newer softwares very fast. And if that could happen, because that is how it is abroad, dealer groups can buy their own DMSs off the market They can have them talk to various other softwares and make it more efficient. I personally feel that if we could look at that kind of a scenario in India, we can really enhance our productivity. We can enhance our efficiencies in both customer contact, in understanding customers